This is the Bush Whisperer coming at you from the beautiful Penguin Sanctuary, Cape Agulhas, southern tip of Africa, Simonstown, Boulders Beach. Come to talk to you today about keeping it real. We live in a world where people tend to want to impress everybody else. It's why label clothing is so popular. It's why a lot of people want to come across as trendy, cool, hip, whatever word or label you attach to it. And nobody wants to be a stick in the mud or a proverbial spoil sport. And so very often you'll find that people will give each other lip service. Or we live in a world where the wokeness has overtaken us and people are scared to really say what they think. And so whether it's out of fear of reproach or alienation or of a backlash in the social constructs we live in and through, or because one wants to come across as being positive, happy, trendy, very often people don't keep it real. And so there's a certain element of fakeness that can come through. And we're programmed by this fakeness. I mean, the news that we watch is largely fake. Many of us are aware of this, how this works, how the programming works, how we're affected. And so it's very important for us to learn to keep it real. Learn to say it as it is. Learn to be direct with people when we need to be direct. Learn to operate from the sphere of integrity. The shaman is very much in tune with integrity. Authenticity is the way in which a shaman communicates. Shamanism is about the integrity and authenticity of nature, about becoming oneself in tune with nature. You can't fool an animal. You can't fool nature. Nature will see right through you. Big cat right next to me. I hope you can see these little guys here. Here they are. Can you see them? Beautiful little guys. Those are the dassies. It's okay, you don't have to be afraid of me. So you can't fool nature. Nature sees you for what you are. Animals can sense whether you're good or bad, whether you're genuine, authentic, or whether you're not genuine. Not everybody can be so close to the little dassies like that. They won't trust people. An animal knows whether they trust you or not. Dogs respond positively to certain people and not positively toward others. Okay, with that you often have the idiosyncrasies and emotional displacement of the owners. Oh, these guys are so gorgeous, look at them. Right here. Can you see that?
To the royal.
There we
How
go.
many of those statues again? They're like little princes.
The rock styrics. Love those little guys. Also love the penguins.
You love me.
I love you more than anything in the whole world. Back to my video. So keeping it real is fundamental. And shamanism is about learning to keep it real. It's about learning to find one's place in nature. To find one's inner urgings that comes from the natural field of consciousness that we are expressing, living in and through. As a part of nature, we're an extension of nature. And nature becomes the natural way of expression. This is why we speak of people having a nature. Oh, that person is good-natured, or that person is, I don't like their nature. Because the nature is what is going to come through us. That's what we're going to channel. And shamans understand that everything is channeling. We're continually channeling nature, different aspects of nature. Some people channel the harmony of nature because nature in its full field of existence is harmonious, in a state of balance. Some people channel certain aspects of nature And we've spoken about the entropic aspects of nature and the anentropic aspects of nature. So keeping it real is about finding the balance within oneself, finding the harmony within oneself so that one can be true. Sometimes you've got to tell people they're talking nonsense. It's not pleasant. Sometimes it needs to be done.
Agreed.
Sometimes you've got to acknowledge that you're wrong and that other people know better. It's not fun, but sometimes it has to be done. And the shaman understands and experiences this as a part of life. So the humility is the key to being in tune with nature, being able to understand that nature is flowing through us, that we are a part of nature, that we are expressing nature through our actions, and that we are like a miniature construct of nature. When nature goes into a state of disharmony, things start to die. Deserts could be a reflection of a disharmony of nature, if you want to get right down to it. Because in the water isn't bound in the soil. It takes living beings and living creatures to bind water. This is an interesting concept. The cycles of water. Water is the key to nature. Water is also highly reflective. So we need to become as water in a sense, being able to reflect our surroundings. And if someone is coming toward us, and let's say you're speaking to someone that's a racist, there's an example. You've got to keep it real. If the conversation's going that way, you've got to look them in the eye and say, I don't appreciate this racist ideologies. I don't appreciate your bigotry. I don't appreciate looking at people in such a way, talking to people in such manner. Whatever the issues are in life. So one needs to, good morning, one needs to keep it real all the time. One needs to be in a state of authenticity. And authenticity produces life, produces harmony. And the harmonies of life move through the field of authenticity, and we call this integrity. And integrity is more than just an idea. It actually integrates. And through the integration process, one is integrating life force. Bringing the life force into the system and integrating it means that one can digest what is given to one in life. One can digest the lessons shared through nature. And this is a very deep and profound shamanic secret, part of the law. Understanding that one needs to digest what is given to oneself. The solar plexus is the key. The stomach is fundamental. And it brings us full circle back to the principle of rhythm. For all the rhythms in the body are driven by the metabolic reactions that are essentially being facilitated through this aspect of consciousness through the body. So it's fundamentally important to know and understand this and to keep this in our systems. So I just had to ask my son to take a little walk further ahead because he's talking to himself very loudly. I hope you can hear me in the video. So yeah, it's quite important for one to recognize this and realize that authenticity and integrity is going to ensure healthiness of mind and of body. And when one starts to lose one's authenticity around other people, one's integrity starts to become diminished. And thus the integrity on a cellular level becomes diminished. And the integrity in terms of being able to integrate life force becomes challenged. And one starts to deplete one's chi, one's pranic flows, become blocked. And thus one gets stuck emotionally and mentally. And this produces unhealth, causes those positively charged ions to attract and congregate around the body. And this becomes an invitation to entropic bacteria and entropic viral life forms to enter into the body, to start feeding on the body, producing diseases. So realize this next time you're in a conversation and you're thinking about keeping it real. Keeping it real is about keeping it real. Keeping your body real. Keeping your heart real. Keeping your personality real. Keeping your connection to nature real. Keeping the spiritual flow of energy that's flowing through you, producing this universe real. You can't have one aspect of unreality with all the other aspects of reality. What is above is truly below. This is the Bush Whisperer sharing some ideas. I hope you have an absolutely gorgeous day. And don't forget, keep it real. Om Shanti.